are adjourned. 5 October meeting. Minutes have been shared. Has everyone reviewed these minutes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Anyone care to make a motion to approve these minutes?
I move we approve the minutes.
I'll second.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion approved to approve minutes from last meeting. And new business. Conduct a public hearing for case number 2021-21 REZ-41. And this is at the address of 410 South 2nd Street. The applicant is requesting a rezoning of the property located at 410.
No, you're on the wrong one.
I'm sorry.
New businesses.
I'm sorry. Yep.
520 North 7th.
Wait, wait, correct.
You're on the minutes.
You're still on the minutes.
You can read the minutes to us if you want.
No, that would be a long meeting, guys. All right. Well,
Here, that's it right there.
okay,
There you go.
got it. All right,
Okay.
sorry about that. Start over with this, new business. New business 2021-26 REZ. Conduct a public hearing for case number, as stated, at 520 North 7th Street. The applicant is requesting the rezoning of the property located at 520 North 7th Street from OBD, which is Office Business District, to NBD, Neighborhood Business District. Staff.
Okay. Thank you. So as you said, this is a request for rezoning at 520 North 7th Street from Office Business District to Neighborhood Business District. The property is at the southeast corner of 7th and Ottawa. There's currently a single-story office building there. It's got one tenant in it, a barber shop right now, and then an empty space, a second tenant space there. The property is located just north of June's Northland, just to kind of orient everybody. So along 7th Street, there is, if it'll catch up, there's a fair amount of office business district zoning along that 7th Street corridor. The June's neighborhood, or the June's Northland building which is directly adjacent, is also zoned NBD, Neighborhood Business District. And the property is identified in the future land use plan as being appropriate for commercial uses, that green right there. So just to kind of give you some bearing on that. So the rezoning is being requested to allow for just a different mix of neighborhood appropriate commercial uses. That's really the goal of the NBD zoning district. The applicants are specifically intending to open a tattoo and piercing studio in the space in conjunction with the barber shop, which is currently operating there. So just to go through the conditions of determination that we have to consider. The first is the character of the neighborhood. So again, the property is 0.21 acres in size and is at the, should be southeast corner of 7th and Ottawa Streets along the 7th Street corridor. And there are a number of other commercial uses in close proximity along with a high concentration of single-family neighborhoods surrounding. The second is the zoning and use of properties nearby. Again, the properties directly to the north and west are zoned OBD, Office Business District. Let me just get the zoning back up here so we have it. The property to the west across 7th Street is occupied by Kids Connection, and the properties to the north across Ottawa Street is occupied by single-family residents. Property to the south is zoned NBD, Neighborhood Business District, and is occupied by June's Northland Restaurant. Properties further to the north along 7th Street are also zoned OBD and are occupied by a variety of retail, office, and residential uses. Properties beyond the 7th Street corridor are primarily zoned R16, high-density single-family residential district, and are occupied by single-family homes. Clicked the wrong layer. Okay. The next is the suitability of the subject property for the uses to which it's been restricted. The property, as I said, is occupied by a single-story commercial building, which is suitable for either commercial, retail, or office uses. The next is the extent to which removal of the restrictions will detrimentally affect nearby properties. The proposed rezoning should have little detrimental effect upon the surrounding properties. The rezoning of the property to NBD will allow for a more varied mix of business establishments that are suitable for a neighborhood setting. The next is the length of time that the subject property has remained vacant as zoned. As I said, the property is not vacant, it's occupied by a single-story commercial building. The next is the relative gain to economic development, public health, safety, and welfare by the reduction of the value of the landowner's property as compared to the hardship imposed by such reduction upon the individual landowner. The proposed rezoning will have a positive effect on the economic development of the city and region by allowing for the potential of retail and service establishments which supply commodities or perform services to meet the daily needs of the neighborhood. The next is the recommendation of permanent or professional staff. Staff does recommend approval of this request. The next is the conformance of the requested change to the adopted or recognized comprehensive land use plan being utilized by the city. Again, as I said, the area is identified as appropriate for commercial uses on the future land use map, and so therefore staff would find that the proposed rezoning is in conformance with that future land use plan. And then finally, any other factors that may be relevant to a particular proposed amendment, and there are no other factors of note. So I can answer any questions that you have. The applicants are here and they can answer any questions that you might have for them.
Do you have any questions of staff first?
Any concerns, Julie?
Nope, we don't have any concerns. There's, no proposed construction with this, and really the rezoning is gonna change the allowed uses a little bit. It's not really a huge change to what's there, just kind of a little bit different mix of uses, so really no concerns.
Okay, thank you.
What are the uses across the street? Is the kids what?
Kids Connection.
And all the other uses up and down the street, up to Dakota Street, except for June's is all OBD, right?
Yeah, it's all zoned office business district, but as I'm sure you're familiar with driving 7th Street, they're not all office uses. There's a pretty good mix of non-conforming uses in there. Single-family homes, retail, office, it's a pretty varied.
Couple of schools
Yep,
close, and churches.
yeah.
Is it tattoo parlor and piercing? That was going on there?
Yes,
Yep, if you guys wanna come up to that.
Yes.
And I would like to speak about that.
Yep,
So, please say your name,
my name's Trenton Allen, this is my wife Diana.
and I believe we need your address as well.
yep, for the
It is
record.
405 East Connie in Lansing.
Is this thing on?
Yes, it's just for recording purposes.
As he said, I'm Diana Allen. I've been a tattoo artist for 8 years now. I am actually the first female artist of the first city of Kansas, which would be here. So I would like to remain in Leavenworth. I have been actively holding a position in my own shop, coinciding and adjacent to another shop for 4 years now. We're trying to get our own place because I like to have my own. I don't like to rent, I like to buy.
We're looking at buying this building
So-
contingent on the council's approval of the zoning change to allow.
Yeah,
So
so
this-
we're here to do that. Now, I hold the same license as the man that is currently in this building as a barber. I also have a cosmetology license, and that's how the tattoo world works, is you go through the cosmetology. The only difference is he is a barber and I am a tattoo artist.
And you said you're in Leavenworth now?
Yes.
Where are you located now?
402 South 5th Street. It's directly across from Salvation Army. I've been there for 4 years.
Okay, I'm trying to, okay. Next to, isn't there
There's another man that works right next to me. His name is Clinton, and he has Testament Tattoo. But we would kind of like to venture out on our own and be away from that area.
Kind of odd having two tattoo shops.
Yeah.
Right next to each other.
It's very
Separate ownerships.
competitious, and we're not competitious kind of people. You know, we're not like that. So we don't want to cause any trouble with his business. We're just trying to have our own. So, yeah, and this building looks perfect for us because, you know, it's not huge, and it's great for sole proprietor. I'm a little nervous.
No, you're doing great.
Hey, you're doing good.
For a sole proprietor, so that's what we're looking at. And my husband also, he comes in and he helps with the business, so it's a family-based business. So.
Now, you said the barber shop's in the front part?
It's
Your purchase, will that purchase the barber shop too?
yes.
So you will keep leasing that out as a
Yes.
barber shop? Okay.
As long as he wants to stay there, he's a
And
great
so how
guy.
many square feet will you be taking in the rest of the building?
I think the barber shop side of it is,
It's pretty
I
small.
wanna say it's only like 400 square feet.
And how many square feet will your,
I believe the rest of the building is 1,200 square feet, somewhere in that neighborhood. Then we'd be occupying the remainder of the building.
Our piercer will have the back end of it, and then I will have the front end for tattooing. He also tattoos, so.
who will have the back end? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Our piercer, and he is now apprenticing as a tattoo artist, so, and he's lived here all his life. So,
Thank you for that feedback. Anything else?
No, I can't think.
Any questions, the applicants?
There's no restrictions on tattoo or,
No,
I'm probably going old school. Tattoo and piercing used to be a negative
Right,
connotation with it, but everybody has tattoos today.
Right.
And I
All
know
the
that has
regulations
changed.
now.
So I know that but's right up against the house behind it. I just looked at it a few minutes ago. And I know those neighbors would have issues with a tattoo parlor.
yep, and everyone was notified, and we received no feedback, and so, again, just to kind of make sure we stay on track, we're just looking at the rezoning to neighborhood business district, not the specific use of, a tattoo and piercing studio. So that's one of the many allowed uses in neighborhood business, this just happens to
And
be
we do
one.
like to keep our businesses family friendly. I'm law enforcement. I come in and help, a few days a week, so with my other job, I kind of we keep the negativity out. The stigma that comes along with the business.
Appreciate that. And like I said, our job is to consider whether we approve or deny the rezoned bid. So, that said, thank you. You can have a seat, and we will take one of the three options. We'll recommend approval of the rezoning request from OBD to NBD to the city. Or we'll recommend denial of the rezoning request. Or we
Mr.
can-
Chairman, just for, record purposes, I need you to open and then close the public hearing, just
Okay.
in case anyone is in the audience to speak.
All right, so I
Open the public.
open the public hearing. Hearing nothing, seeing nothing, we will close the public hearing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, our rezoning action options are recommend approval of this rezoning request, recommend denial of the rezoning request, or table this issue for additional information consideration.
So,
It's open for a motion.
I had another question, but that's okay.
Sure.
My question is that, is it by Kansas state statute that we only send out letters, required notices within 200 feet?
Yeah, that's statute.
Okay.
All right, it's open for a motion.
I move that the location be changed to from NBD to, am I getting this right? OBD.
From
So you're
OBD to
recommending-
Recommending approval.
There's a motion to recommend approval for the rezoning request from OBD to NBD. Is there a second to that?
I'll second that.
Second. All in favor for recommend approval of the rezoning request from OBD to NBD, please say aye.
All right.
Aye.
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 All right. We recommend.
Okay, Thank you. So this will go to the city commission, for consideration on the 26th of this month. It's a Tuesday.
Okay. All right. Thank
Okay,
you very much.
thank you.
And the reason I said aye, because you said you were in law enforcement, so,
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you for your time, gentlemen.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have no other business. We do not have any items for a meeting next month. So we will let you know if we end up with anything for December.
Thank you.
Thank you.
These ours?
Yep, those are yours. Those are copies of the,
You said for December?
yeah, we'll let you know if we'll have a meeting then. We do not for November.
Well, happy Thanksgiving
yes.
to you again. and
Thank
For the
you.
record, this meeting is adjourned.
Yes.
Yeah.
For the record.